Kayo ba ay scalper but still having a lot of difficulties pagdating sa inyong trading setups? Or sometimes being stuck or nagkakaroon kayo ng analysis paralysis? Well, maybe this video is for you and I will share with you a secret sequence na ginagawa ko pagdating sa scalping na nagpo-provide sa akin ng consistent gains and better risk to reward ratio. So if you want to learn more, please watch the rest of the video. What is good mga ka-champion and welcome back to another video. Sabi ko nga, I will share with you for today my secret scalping sequence using just a simple candlestick formation. I don't want to complicate things para sa inyo guys, and I always try to make sure that you always get value para mag-improve ang inyong trading performance. Alright? So, again, if you want to be part of our growing TFP VIP Champions community, you may want to check out our 90-day one-on-one coaching mentorship program. Alright? So without further ado, let's get straight to our charts. Alright, so ano nga ba tong secret scalping sequence that I'll be sharing with you guys? So tandaan natin, pagdating sa mga short-term trades, you have to make sure na meron kang precision at the same time, meron kang logical sequence pagdating sa analysis, preparation up until dun sa execution. So, I'll share with you a single candlestick formation that you can use pagdating sa understanding para mas mag-improve ang inyong trading performance through understanding multi-time frame analysis. Alright? So, given this chart, for example, ano nga ba yung sinasabi kong sequence and ano nga ba yung candlestick formation na sinasabi ko para mas makatulong sa inyo mag-improve drastically yung inyong scalping executions, okay? So, yung ating candlestick formation na yun ay tinatawag nating, for example, for buying opportunity, tinatawag natin siyang pin bar, okay? Or, marami siyang tawag yan, hammer, kung ano naman. But the important thing here is, hindi yung tawag, but rather, yung formation ng candlestick and how it can help you provide a better understanding on whether your trade will be effective or successful in that sense. Okay? So, ito yung for buying opportunity and ito yung ano for selling. So, tinatawag din tong ano buying and selling pressure concept or buying and selling candlestick pattern. Okay? Or formation. So, tandaan nyo guys, don't take literally na ito lang yung hahanapin nyo. Okay? So, you still have to make sure na you are aligned with your key levels pagdating sa pag-analyze, okay? So, again, the understanding here is you have to know your higher time frame and lower time frame. So, these formations, tinitignan ko siya, obviously, sa higher time frame. I always emphasize yung importance ng multi-time frame analysis, which is also yung tinatawag nating top-down analysis, coming from a higher time frame down, okay? Bakit? Tandaan nyo, itong formations na to, hindi lang dahil sa kulay, sa wicks, or kung ano mang tawag dyan. Okay? May it be hammer, ito naman inverse hammer, or shooting star, etc. But the important thing here, ano yung nangyayari sa lower time frame? Tandaan nyo guys. So, given this example, make sure na you understand fully yung basic foundation nyo ng candlestick pattern. And just a review, you should know that a candlestick pattern has its opening price, closing price, at yung kanyang parts such as yung body and wick. Okay? So, normally, pag nakakita tayo ng ganitong candlestick, not only because meron siyang ganyang formation, but rather to understand saan ba nagsettle yung price. Okay? So, you have to understand your fundamentals pagdating sa mastery of candlesticks. So, meron tayo ditong body and meron tayo ditong wick. Okay? So, take note, on a bullish candlestick na ganitong formation, yung ating opening price is usually nandito sa lower part ng body. Ito yung opening price. And may sequence yan. Ibig sabihin, this is the first sequence. Mag-open yung price and then, tandaan natin, every candle represents a specific time frame. Let's say hourly time frame. So, ibig sabihin, maraming pwedeng mangyari sa isang oras or 60 minutes. So, may it be, pwede siyang tumaas, bumaba. So, at this point, pag ganito ang formation, it happens that the market went down to this lowest point. Ito yung kanyang lowest price point na na-reach during that specific time. Okay? So, this is the sequence 2. So, ito yung magiging number 2 sequence. Ay, sorry. Okay? And the last sequence would probably, of course, kung may opening, meron tayong settling price or what we call as yung ating closing price. So, the closing price will determine kung gaano kataba kanipis yung magiging candlestick body. Okay? So, yun yung ating closing price. So, dito ko na lang ilalagay yung closing price. So, the last sequence or the third sequence would be ito. So, kung maintindihan nyo, ang nangyari sa price is, nag-open siya dito, okay, at this point, and then, at some point, it reached a certain level here, and then, nag-settle siya dito, okay? So, which means, in between, maraming pwedeng mangyari. During this opening, pwedeng nagkaroon siya ng mini trend on a specific time frame, and then, na-reach na yung lowest point na to, which represents yung ating wick, okay? And then, along the way, after or before pa matapos yung hourly candle, for this example, is naka-recover yung price from this opening, okay? And then, even exceeding yung opening mo, kaya dito siya nag-settle sa closing price higher than your opening price. So, napaka-importante na alam mo yung sequence of nangyayari sa lower time frame on that specific candlestick formation, okay? Hindi enough na alam nyo lang yung tawag, okay? You have to understand ano ba yung nangyayari sa lower time frame. Kaya ako, kapag nakakita ako ng ganyan mga formations sa higher time frame, I always try to make sure na I am at a proper key level pagdating sa aking support or resistance. So, in this case, I should be saan? Sa aking support, okay? So, take note, the secret sequence sa pag-i-scalp is look first sa higher time frame, itong formation na yan, for buying opportunity, at ito naman for selling opportunity. Okay. Alright? So, ibig sabihin, in this case, for example, buying opportunity, ang usual sequence niyan is the price is settling dito as opening, and then, ano nangyari? At some point, marireach na yung lowest point na. Okay? And then, nung matapos na yung time frame na yon, of course, it has a tendency na maka-recover. Okay? Even higher than your opening price. So, ito na yung settling price mo, higher than your opening price. So, meron kang sequence 1, meron kang sequence 1, meron kang sequence 2, and meron kang sequence 3. So, whenever I see a pin bar, hammer ko ano man tawag dyan, and this kind of formation, I always visualize sa lower time frame, ganito yung nangyayari. Kasi that's what is happening dun sa lower time frame. Okay? So, dito naman sa ating inverse hammer or shooting star, pagka bearish opportunity or selling opportunity, obviously, ang ating opening price is dito. And at some point, it reached a certain level of peak or highest price. Highest price point. Okay? Highest price point reached. Okay? Yung sequence 2. And then, tandaan nyo, if you have a better knowledge of your candlestick, you should know that the closing price for a bearish candle is lower than the opening price. Okay? So, sorry. Yan. Ito yung sequence 3. So, ibig sabihin, kung bearish candle yan, ang nangyari is ganito. Meron kang opening. Okay? It reached to a certain level of highest peak or highest price. However, at some point, okay, it drops even lower than your opening price. So, ang settling price mo ngayon is nasaan? Nandito. So, the sequence would be, meron kang 1, okay, meron kang 2, and you have the third or the closing price for bearish candlestick formation. Okay? Or we call that as a selling pressure candle. So again, pag nakita ko yun, I always visualize to. So effective yan kapag ikaw ay nag-short term trade. Kasi bakit? Normally, kapag nakakita tayo ng mga pin bar, inverse hammer, or shooting star, it follows through. Okay? So, as long as you are at the proper key level, dun sa inyong confluences. And of course, dun sa rules nyo. Okay? So, I will erase all of this. Take note, ganyan yung sequence kapag ka buying, ganito yung sequence kapag ka selling. Okay? So, let's try to have an example. And I will demonstrate that ganun talaga yung nangyari at the lower time frame. Because, dyan na masasatisfy yung ating TFPWR system rules, which I always explain pagdating sa inyong mga confluences understanding. Okay? So, you don't have to complicate things. Just understand the candlestick and price action itself. You don't need too much tools, 3, 4 na indicators, at kung ano-ano pang sentiment, kung ano-ano pa. You just have to be more logical and technically understand what is happening sa higher at lower time frame. So, in this sense, tandaan natin, for example, ito, meron tayong pin bar, and I am on a daily time frame, which is my higher time frame. Okay? So, if I want to scalp, I always try to make sure na makita ko muna yung overall structure. So, aware ako that I am on a higher time frame. Diba? Given naman yan. Considering ang latest price ko is what? Pin bar or a hammer. So, ibig sabihin, this is a bullish candlestick formation. So, I already visualize ano yung in-explain ko kanina as a secret sequence. So, ano lang check ko? Am I at a key level pagdating sa higher time frame? I can say yes. Kasi bakit? Meron tayong multiple reactions from here, from here, from here, here, and even dito. And even dito. Ibig sabihin, may significance to on an average, di ba? So, ibig sabihin, this area is significant in the sense. And sabi ko nga, no, if hindi nyo pa alam paano magawa ng zone for a logical support or resistance, just get the high and lows ng inyong common point na common sa lahat pagdating sa price value. So, again, my highest point will probably here. Okay? So, bahin ko lang yung kulay para ma-visualize nyo. And my lowest point, let's say, itong current wick nito. Ayan. So, ibig sabihin yan, I can use that as a reference to plot my zone of logical support. Okay? That is how you make zones pagdating sa support at resistance. In this case, sa support, which is common to all historical and current prices. Okay? So, given that, alam ko na support ako and I saw a pin bar or hammer, ibig sabihin yan, I may have an opportunity to buy. But tandaan nyo guys, ang usual sequence kasi niyan, kapag nagkakaroon ng pin bar sa tamang area or key level, is nagpa-follow through yan, pataas. That is the usual reaction kapag meron tayong pin bar. Kasi bakit? Tandaan nyo, ang pin bar is opening price, lowest point, recovery. Okay? So, yun yung nangyayari saan? Sa pin bar na yan. So, again, to understand saan naman nakukuha ng ating logical support resistance sa lower time frame is I will use the previous daily highs and lows of the bearish candle. Kasi bakit? If you want to buy, make sure na you broke through a certain level of momentum from or against the opposite side, which is yung sellers. So again, I will use this anchor as my logical resistance that will probably in future magiging magiging support level. Okay? Which is already have broken. Okay? So yan yung ating logical logical support. Okay? And the low, no need kasi I am already at the support level. So yan yung ating logical resistance that probably will become support pagdating sa setup natin sa lower time frame. Okay? So again, visualize nyo ano nangyari dito sa lower time frame. Okay? So, as I mentioned, meron tayong opening, lowest point, sequence 2, and closing. Okay? So, meaning, closing lagi ng bullish candle is higher than your opening. Okay? So, make sure you understand that as your basic concept pagdating sa candlestick. So, price action knowledge yan. Alright? So, right now, since nasa daily ako, I can go down sa 1 hour. Okay? And obviously, makakakita ko ng tamang sequence. Okay? So, ipalat ko lang from daily. Okay? From daily, plot ko lang yung highest, yung opening closing ng ng etong pin bar na yan. Para lang ma-visualize yung sa lower time frame. Ano nangyari? Right? So, meron ako ditong opening. Ito yun I will use this as a blue line. Alright? And then, ito yung lowest point. And then, ang closing price ko ay dito. Okay? If ever merong wick dito, ibig sabihin lang yan yung highest price reached, pero hindi siya dyan nagsettle. Kasi ang settling price pa rin yung body, kasi yun yung closing price. So, meron tayong sequence 1, itong opening ko na lower body, and then sequence 2, and then sequence 3. Diba? Yun yung closing price. Yung body na yan. Alright? So, let's go down sa lower time frame. So, ang expectation nyo dyan is opening, lowest point, then closing price. Okay? So, punta tayo sa lower time frame. Okay? Tingnan natin. Alright. So, nakita nyo yung sequence. Ito. Nausod lang yan. Yung 1, yan yung opening, meaning nag-open dito yung nag-open dyan yung bullish candle, and then, ito yung highest point reached. Okay, ito. Pero, nag-close tayo sa last bullish candle. Yan, sa body. Alright? So, nakita niyo yung sequence. Opening, lowest point reached, closing. Alright? So, that is the usual sequence. So, ngayon, bakit magmamatter yan? Teka, delete ko lang to. Bakit magmatter yan? Diyan yun na-apply yung ating TFP Warrior system, system rules. Okay, diyan yun na-add yung inyong confluences such as trend line. So, meron tayong counter trend line if na-break na ba. Yan. Okay, apparently, di ba, na-break na natin. And tandaan nyo, yung ating black line na to is yung ating previous daily candle high ng bearish candle. Ito yun, yung black candle na yan. And ito yung counter trend and resistance na nabasag. So, ibig sabihin, ang expectation natin is we should be above, di ba, sa warrior system. We should be above horizontal support, counter trend and break, and trend line support. So, as much as possible, makahanap tayo ng HPT zone natin as an entry. Alright? So, ibig sabihin yan, anong gagawin ko? I try to make sure na makahanap tayo ng HPT zone, I should be above nito, itong logical support natin from previous daily high bearish candle, and kailangan makakuha tayo at least para mas maganda convince yung ating HPT zone ng higher low. Okay, hanggang di nangyari yun, gusto natin magkaroon tayo ng pullback, di ba? And sooner or later, baka magkaroon yan ng higher low, and that would be our anchor para sa ating trendline support. Alright? So, let's just wait what happened para makita natin if it will play out itong setup na yan. Okay. So, kung makita nyo, nagkaroon tayo ng higher low. Itong level na to. So, I can use this point as an anchor para sa trend line, support. Diba? So, which means, ang aking HPT zone, I must be above. Take note, itong blue line, yan yung closing price, huwag kayo ma-confuse. Yung ating support level na dating resistance from previous daily bearish candle ay itong black. So, ang aking HPT zone would probably around this, this area. Alright? So, I should be above nito. above nitong counter trend resistance which nabasag na, and above ng horizontal support. So, anong gagawin ko? Same thing, hahanap ka lang ulit ng hammer or pin bar with the same reaction, okay, dun sa level na yan. Alright? Para mas maging convincing again yung sequence. So, tandaan nyo, kung ano yung mangyari dito, yun din yung mangyari sa lower time frame, nung hourly candle na yan. So, it's the same sequence. So, that's the knowledge you should have pagdating sa multi-time frame analysis. So, ano nangyari sa higher time frame, kailangan alam nyo rin ano nangyari sa lower time frame from that higher time frame candlestick formation. Alright? So, mag-iintay tayo ng pin bar. Alright? Bullish at least. Okay? So, let's take this for example. Okay? Hindi man siya super obvious, pero again, this can be of logical pin bar. Okay? So, let's try to have this as an example. Okay? So, expected natin na ganun din na mangyari. Okay? Meron tayong body ng opening, lowest point or price point reach, and then closing price above ng natin. So, ito yung closing price. Okay? And then, ito yung ating lowest point, and then yung opening is ito. Right? So, gawin ko lang blue para mas ma-visualize nyo yung closing. Ito yung ating lowest price point, and ito yung ating opening. Alright? So, kung titignan ko yan sa 5 minutes, obviously, it's the same sequence. Okay? Kasi that is what time frame is all about. Okay? So, makita nyo, di ba? Sequence 1, di ba? Opening, opening around this area, and then, lowest point, price, reach, and then, closing price, above ng opening price level. Okay? So, going back sa 1 hour, of course, I have to make sure that I would check my previous bearish candle high as reference for my entry, di ba? Kasi yun yung magiging logical support ko. So, yung bearish candle na to, yung ginawa ko sa higher time frame ko, di ba, sa daily, yun din yung gagawin ko ngayon sa hourly. And I will enter sa 5 minutes para, again, I'm just aiming for a short-term trade. So, again, you just have to see the same thing and same sequence all over again. So, I'll make this a black line para malaman nyo na iyan yung ating logical resistance dati na nabasag, now will become a support sa 5 minutes. So, ang goal ko lang is di ba? Ang goal lang natin is what? Makahanap tayo ng higher low. Kasi kung titignan ko yung trend line, di ba? Resistance, hindi pa siya nababasag. So, I have to make sure na mabasag muna yun. Considering I should follow still my TFP system moves pagdating sa buy setup. So, expectation natin, I should be above nito, and above ng ating logical trend and support. So, I should be having a pullback, and makakita ako ng pin bar, clear pin bar para sa entry, and follow through na lang yun pagdating sa TP on your own risk to reward ratio. Alright? Preference. Okay? So, tingnan natin. Hanap tayo ng... Okay. So, makita nyo, pwede ito as anchor point. But still, ang ating HPT would be around this area, diba? So, I should be above nung 3 levels. Ito yun. Trend line resistance. So, now that I have yung ating anchor point, ito, pwede ko nang gawa ng trend line support. So, ma-adjust ngayon yung aking HPT zone. So, huwag niyo sabihin na ang dami naman process. No, it's not actually a long process. Inidetalye ko lang, pero I'm just doing the same thing all over again para sa inyo. Alright? So, which means, ang aking logical HPT zone is around this area, diba? So, importante. So, which means, hindi pa ako dyan mag-enter kasi I'm above this key level. So, I should be above at least. So, magkaroon tayo ng pullback around this area. So, don't be confused. Ito yung higher time frame ko. So, I can delete that kasi nasa execution level na ako. So, again, ang aking logical HPT zone is around this area. So, kailangan makasampay yung price dito kasi that is the area wherein I am above these 3 levels. Ito, at ito, diba? So, tutumbukin natin. So, we have to be patient enough para maghintay ng tamang setup for a more consistency and profitability ng ating system. Alright? So, hahanap ka lang ulit ng ano, ng pin bar. Right? Dun sa area na yan. So, right now, market consolidated. Extend lang natin to. Yun. Okay? So, again, kung makita nyo, nagkaroon tayo ng pin bar. So, logically, I should have entered dito after that close candle. Okay? And then, stop loss, obviously, is just below our recent structure. So, give it room para sa stop loss. And, tandaan nyo, naka-lower time frame ko na yan, 5 minutes. So, if I were to trade a simple consistency, less greed, I always aim for 1:3. Diba? Alam naman yan ng mga estudyante ko. 1:3. Less greed, but consistent. That would make me profitable. Okay? But, kung gusto nyo mas logical in terms of structure, taas lang kayo ng time frame. Balik kayo sa hourly or daily. But, logically, punta lang kayo ng 1 hour. But, for me, enough na yung 1:3 for me to have a better risk to reward ratio. So normally, just below structure, okay, you can either have a trailing stop or again, a partial profit pagka nagpunta na siya sa 50%. But either way, up to your preference as long as you know ano yung ginagawa mo, right? So what happened here was, ano nangyari dito? Let's see if this will play out based dun sa ating understanding, right? So during that time, we are negative, but that's part of the process, diba? Yun. So, ibig sabihin, I just did the same thing na ginawa ko sa higher time frame and what I did sa lower time frame as a scalp opportunity. Tandaan nyo guys, the sequence is knowing your opening, closing price. Kasi, yun yung formation kung saan kailangan mo maging logical pagdating sa market. So, the secret sequence is always find, or look for a pin bar kung buy opportunity or shooting star pag bearish opportunity. Kasi bakit? Normally, it follows through, di ba? So, bakit? Yun yung ibig sabihin ng recovery candle. And may sequence yun. Kapag ang market nag-dip, okay, and it reach a lowest point, normally, it recovers more than yung more than dun sa opening. Hence, importante, you know the sequence of your higher time frame candle na nangyari sa lower time frame. So, that is what secret sequence scalping is all about. I just did the same thing. Anong ginawa ko sa higher time frame pattern, that is what I did sa lower time frame process. Dun sa execution level. So, don't have to complicate things. Make sure you know well your time frames. You know well your price action. That is what will make you profitable. Alright? So again, that would be it for today. I hope you find value again from this lesson, and lalo na dun sa mga scalper na I think confused, and most of them are like nagkakaroon nga ng analysis paralysis and paikot-ikot lang on a circle of doom finding the best strategy. Alright? Tandaan nyo guys, walang perfect system, but rather you can always make your system a better one in terms of understanding price action, market structure, and key level understanding. Alright? So again, thank you so much to all my TFP VIP champion students all over the globe, subscribers, followers, and sa lahat po ng sumusuporta. Alright? So God bless. See you all on the next videos. Bye-bye.
So I just want to inform and announce that our TFP VIP champion student private Discord community is already up. And yeah, here we have several channels wherein we share our technical trading ideas among each other, and of course we also have our weekly trade ideas para sa ating mga weekly forecast para sa mga currency pairs and some announcement section. And of course, since tayo ay global, of course we have other students as well na galing sa mga ibang bansa overseas. So here we introduce ourselves and introduce kung saan tayo galing, sa bansa tayo ngayon, OFW man o hindi. But nevertheless, this is a healthy community para mag-share ng mga trading ideas para sa inyo guys. And hopefully, I will be putting up a server publicly para sa mga baguhan naman and those mga followers and subscribers natin. Alright? So yeah, this is just a minor announcement, and hopefully guys, you can join us and make this community grow, lalo na sa ating mga estudyante nag-aaral. Alright guys, so mga baguhan pa lang. But nevertheless, everyone here wants to learn, wants to make profits from the market. But as much as possible, we're all equal in the eyes of the market. Alright guys, so that would be it. So yun lang, and thank you very much. Alright, bye-bye.